From the John C. Hinch Production Art Studios, it's Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Ricky Hendon and Melody Mercado. The latest news with Danielle Hemsky and Aaron Morden. Sports with Katrina Baumgartner and reporter Katie Crowley. Jalen Cook brings us State of the Arts. Kyle Peck reviews the movies in Get Real. Taylor Hurnett takes us about town. Chardonnay Mason reviews what's good in Let's Eat. Anna Tassi reviews the music scene in On the Beat. Jackie Myers is in the spotlight with current celebs. Emma Heth goes out with the street team. And Jenna Amico takes us backstage with About Crew. And now, from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine, your hosts Ricky Hendon and Melody Mercado. Take it away, kids.
Good evening and welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm your host, Ricky Hendon.
And I am Melody Mercado.
Melody, good to see you again.
Good to see you. Good. How's yours been?
Not too bad, not too bad. Getting kind of busy, getting to the end of the year, about to graduate. It's kind of crazy, but it's all good. One thing we did want to talk about, though, is the minimum wage being raised up to $15 an hour. What do you think about that?
Well, it hasn't been official yet. It's just being talked about. Personally, I think if they raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour, a lot of small businesses won't be able to pay their employees, and on top of that, they'll have to downsize, and some businesses just won't be able to afford to stay in business at all.
I totally agree with that, and I think one way they can kind of help it is if they had the small businesses pay like $10 an hour, like medium size like 11, and the big business 13. But it's going to definitely be a highly contested issue. Excuse me.
But now it's time to check in with the news team.
Good evening, and welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Aaron Morden.
And I'm Danielle Hemsky. Let's take a look at the news.
Monday's CNN ORC poll about the 2016 presidential election revealed several unexpected trends. On the Republican side, Jeb Bush leads the support at 17% GOP voters, followed by Marco Rubio at 11%. Rubio's numbers have increased since the last poll, and his competitor Rand Paul's numbers have slightly decreased. Based on the poll, CNN also predicts that Chris Christie still has the shot at the Republican vote. After Elizabeth Warren's name was withdrawn from the ballot, a good chunk of her support has moved to Hillary Clinton's direction, putting her at the top choice of 62% of Democrats.
New technology under development by Cornell and Stanford researchers may have found a way to predict driving mistakes right before they happen. Sensors and cameras that watch line markings and surrounding vehicles combined with cameras aimed at the driver. These cameras detect turns before they happen and allow computers to predict if a driver is going to make a dangerous move. These sensors would then warn the driver that he or she is about to cause a car crash. More research is still needed as the system is now thrown off by things such as a passing shadow and driver interaction with passengers.
A former East Peoria High School football coach was indicted on theft charges after allegedly stealing tens of thousands of dollars over several years from the school's sports program. Doug Martin was arrested in October and recently charged with 4 counts of theft for unauthorized use of the football team's bank. Martin had apparently kept a separate account over which he had complete control after becoming head coach. The amount he stole is determined to be approximately $24,000.
Voters in Washington, D.C. overwhelmingly approved an initiative last November that allows adults to possess up to 2 ounces of marijuana. Currently, Congress and the nation's capital are in direct opposition. The city moved forward with legalization in February, despite warnings from lawmakers who said the implementation of the law was illegal. Meanwhile, Congress blocked the city from building a legal structure to tax and regulate the pot trade, making it illegal to buy or sell. As the elections near, it is expected that the issue of marijuana in Congress in Washington, D.C. will become a key one to presidential candidates.
Washington Mayor Gary Menier took a trip Sunday to the tornado-ravaged town of Fairdale to offer his support and present a check for $10,000 to the Kirkland Lions Club. The Lions Club is overseeing the disbursement of tornado recovery funds for the town. This was the second $10,000 check given to the Lions Club. Menier walked through the devastated area and commented that the recovery was already going very well, including seeing grass growing and homes begging to be cleaned up.
Service dogs are lending a paw to those in need, thanks to a special Bradley organization, Katie Crowley has the story.
Life can be challenging when living with a disability, but Bradley University's Wags for Mags organization continuously helps those in need by training service dogs. Leslie Zeman, one of the coordinators, explained that Wags for Mags gives a helping hand to a local service dog organization.
Wags for Mags works with a local organization in Peoria called Paws Giving Independence. So Wags for Mags' role in that is that they help train the dogs. And so the board tries to find ways to get Bradley students involved in the training of the service dogs.
The dogs go through a series of training steps in order to master advanced skills.
They go through their basic obedience, sit down, stay, and then they start learning more of the higher level skills, which are retrieves, so they pick up items that are dropped. They can open handicap doors, turn on and off light switches.
Any Bradley student can easily become a part of Wags for Mags if they are interested.
They can email the volunteer coordinator. The email is listed on Wags for Mags' Facebook page, and then we'll add them to the email list, and they'll receive updates when market trainings are.
Leslie said that service dogs are very important because they make life easier for those in need.
They give a lot of independence to someone. So someone in a wheelchair, like the tasks that the dogs help them with, it's stuff that they would probably be able to do themselves, but it takes a lot more effort for them to do that. So having a service dog kind of just takes off some of the pressure. And it also gives them some confidence as well.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Katie Crowley.
Now let's go to Katrina for sports.
Thanks, Danielle. Mike Budenholzer has been named the NBA's Coach of the Year after guiding the Atlanta Hawks to the league's second-best record and the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Mike Budenholzer received 67 out of a possible 130 first-place votes and 513 overall points, finishing just ahead of Warriors coach Steve Kerr, 471 points. The Hawks went 60-22 this season in their second season under Budenholzer, finishing with their best regular season record in franchise history. A longtime assistant in San Antonio, who started as a video coordinator under Spurs coach Greg Popovich, Budenholzer has installed a motion offense in Atlanta that has the Hawks ranked second in assist rate. Lalisa DeCisa won his first Boston Marathon in 2013, but he didn't have much time to celebrate. A few hours after DeCisa broke the take up on Boylston Street on Patriots Day, two bombs near the finish line turned what should be the pinnacle of any distance runner's career into an afterthought. DeCisa earned his second Boston Marathon title Monday, finishing in 2 hours, 9 minutes, 17 seconds to claim a golden olive wreath, the $150,000 first prize, and a winner's medal to replace the one he donated to the city 2 years ago in memory of the victims. Bradley Jr. right-handed pitcher Matt Dennis was rewarded for his record-setting week by being named the Missouri Valley Conference Pitcher of the Week, according to an announcement from the league office on Monday. Dennis saved all of 4 Bradley's wins last week, setting the program record for single-season saves in the process. In his 4 appearances, Dennis totaled 5.1 shutout innings by allowing only 4 hits and a walk while striking out 7. His efforts closed the door on a 5-4 win against number 14 Iowa Tuesday, a 12-11 victory Wednesday at Northern Illinois, Saturday's 4-2 win against Wichita State, and Sunday's 3-2 series-clinching win against the Shockers. That's all for sports. Back to you, Danielle.
Thanks, Katrina. Speaking of baseball, the Bradley baseball team shaved their heads and raised money to support kids with cancer. Chardonnay Mason has the story.
Bradley University's baseball team goes bald for a very special cause.
Well, we're shaving our heads through the Versus Cancer Foundation, which has reached out to a bunch of college baseball teams around the country. We raise money for kids with cancer, and so far we've raised about over $10,000. And it's been a really cool thing so far for the team. They responded well, and the amount of money we raised, we're pretty proud of it. And, this is kind of a cool thing to shave our heads and show support for those kids that are going through chemo. We have a platform as college athletes that, you can either use it or not. And I think we have a really good platform to kind of, just like we're letting those kids know, we kind of have their backs. This same kind of team building thing goes on here. I was actually really, surprised at the response we got from community members and friends and family. I had no idea we'd be able to raise as much money as we did. So it was pretty awesome.
All of the proceeds will be donated to a hospital here in Illinois. The team agreed to partner with this foundation simply out of the desire to give back and help.
Well, I think it shows maturity on their level. It also tells people that, you know, they're not selfish, that they're willing to look at others and try to help out in any way that they possibly can. Next week, we're going to go down and see some of the kids that they actually are helping at the hospital. So it's, again, they don't know these children, but they understand what they're going through and what the chances they're dealing with in their daily lives. They just want to make a difference, and it says a lot about them. Anytime you can help other people, kids have really done a good job.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Chardonnay Mason.
You know, it's so great to see our athletes showing that bald can be beautiful, especially with the St. Baldrick's event that just happened.
Definitely.
Well, that's all for news for the week. I'm Katrina Baumgartner.
I'm Aaron Morden.
And I'm Dale Chaimski. Have a great night and be sure to join us next week.
Thanks, news team.
So real quick, going back to the Wags for Mags, Melanie, if anybody's interested in that or wants to be a part of it, you definitely should contact them because they're a great organization, or Paul's. But there's something that you specifically wanted to talk about, which was...
Smart cars.
Yes.
New degree of laziness, I feel. I think then, like, what's the point? Like, what's the excitement of going to the DMV and getting your license and going through, like, I feel like 20 years from now, people are just going to hop in their cars, push buttons, and just go somewhere. And you don't even, like, there's not even going to be an age limit.
I know. It's
like, a 5-year-old is going to hop in a smart car and be like, I want to go to my friend's house.
strange. Or in 20 years, we could all be driving flying cars. Like, you never know. Things are just changing so fast, so rapidly.
I just think that's so ridiculous. Not driving.
All
That's
right.
what cars are for, to drive.
You're absolutely right. But now let's see who's interviewed this week for About Crew.
The audio team works hard throughout the whole show to make Midstate sound its best. A lot more goes into audio production than you think.
Shayla and Brad both come in early to set up before the show begins.
He usually takes a lot of mics in and goes and sets all of those up. And then I stay in here, and once all those are set up, then I do the mic checks for the different news anchors.
Brad said that the hardest segment for audio control is State of the Arts.
We have to go set up the set and get all the microphones set up for whatever the talent is that week. We also have to check the levels, which can get tricky with State of the Arts because a lot of time there'll be a band with multiple instruments and voices.
Shayla said that audio is challenging because it requires constant attention during the show.
I think the most challenging part is when there's a lot going on and everyone's stressed out about their own position. So just making sure that, like, the right mics are up when there's, like, a lot of stuff going on.
Shayla and Brad have learned a lot from the experience as audio controllers.
I've completely learned how to do audio because I knew nothing when I started.
It helped me work better under pressure, and that we're on top of our job, and, like, every person's job is important, and, like, ours is just as important.
Even though their job is challenging, both Shayla and Brad feel accomplished by the end of the show.
You get a good feeling when you finish it and you didn't mess anything up and it all went smoothly, so I'd say that's my favorite part.
Because it is a lot of pressure when you're doing it, and it's kind of nerve-wracking and a little scary. But then once we roll the dead roll, which is the very last thing we do on Fridays, and then once we fade out all the sound, then we know, like, we did it, it's done, and it sounds good, and it's just kind of a good feeling.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Jenna Amico.
Thanks, Jenna. So just going back to the baseball players and them shaving their heads for the cancer, I think this is a great cause to see people come together for something positive like that. St. Baldrick's was just hosted recently. My fraternity put it on, and since I've been here, we've raised like over $100,000 from people donating, and especially from girls shaving their heads. So it's just a really great cause, and it's good to see people helping out like that.
Oh yeah, of course. And I think it's important to know that if you personally don't want to shave your head but still want to contribute, you can sponsor someone else and help them raise money. And that way, I mean, you're helping, but you know, you don't have to go the full 100% bald if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But you're still contributing to the really great charity that it is.
Yep, and that's a yearly thing here, so if you want to get interested in any Bradley people or Peoria people, please do.
Now let's go to Jackie with In the Spotlight.
Hi, I'm Jackie Myers, and this is In the Spotlight. Vampire Diaries' Nina Dobrev is leaving the show after 6 seasons. This news comes after the star posted a heartfelt message for the fans saying she always knew she wanted her character, Elena's story, to only be a 6-season adventure. Her co-star, Michael Trevano, is also leaving the series. The cast had a huge party honoring the stars in Georgia over the weekend. With one other star leaving the show earlier this year, the newly renewed series could be very different for the 7th season. They both will be missed on the show. Last Tuesday night, EDM star Zedd performed one of his pop-up shows at the infamous jail-turned-national park, Alcatraz. Zedd has been performing numerous shows in celebration of the release of his new album, which comes out May 19th. 50 fans, including pro skateboarder Tony Hawk and his son, were in attendance at his Alcatraz show, where he previewed a few of his new songs on his album. Who knew a jail-turned-national park could be such a fun place to host a concert? Red Nose Day is coming. Are you ready? The UK biannual charity event is coming to the US this year. The Born This Way Foundation is hosting a cycling fundraiser with Foundation's founder, Lady Gaga. That's right, this week, Lady Gaga will bike with fans and donators will at the Soul Cycle location in Chicago. A ticket for a bike is $1,000, but if you want to ride next to the Mama Monster herself, you could pay $2,500. All the money goes to the charity that helps youth and youth programs to encourage them to create a kinder and braver world. Sounds like a fun way to give back. For In the Spotlight, I'm Jackie Myers.
Thanks, Jackie. You know, one thing I think is like huge news, I saw it all over social media. I was getting a mani-pedi yesterday, and Grey's Anatomy was on, they were playing it, and I guess it was a new episode.
Really?
And everyone was just like, I was watching it, and I guess the main male character died.
Oh no.
And I was like,
no.
Everyone in the nail salon, you can hear the gasps, like, like, and they started crying. I had this one lady start crying, and this other lady was like, this one lady was really unaware. She was taking a nap, woke up, was really confused. But I was so surprised.
I can imagine. You don't see that very often in TV shows, them killing off like a huge character.
No.
Especially that late. But anyway, let's see what Chardonnay cooked up this week for Let's Eat.
This week on Let's Eat, I'm going to have you all join me in my kitchen so I can show you all how to make one of my favorite meals, which is a chicken Caesar wrap in less than 5 minutes. So, let's eat. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Chardonnay Mason.
Thanks, Chardonnay.
Oh, that looked good.
So that was a different approach to Let's Eat this week.
Yeah, who knew she could like cook and like had all that talent with her.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I actually love to cook a lot myself.
Me too.
Like,
I love
literally
cooking.
everything this weekend. I'm probably gonna make some stir fry, like from scratch. Like start with everything, like cut up the chicken breast and like fry it up and just like I'm so excited. What about you? What's your favorite meal in the world to cook?
Oh my God, favorite meal in the world? That's really hard.
Tough question.
Because I like to eat and I like to cook. So to choose what I like to do the best, I don't even know. I really like to make like authentic Hispanic food just because of my background. Make it with my mom, some rice and beans.
Oh, some chorizo.
Yes, so
like
good.
Awesome.
But let's check out with the latest music with Anna on the Beat.
Hi, I'm Anna Tassi with On the Beat. Love Story is the second studio album released about a week ago by rapper Yellow Wolf. While his debut, Radioactive, was a much more traditional rap release, this new album was described as a rebirth for him. Yellow Wolf wanted to create a fresh and innovative music that differed from his first album. Love Story was co-produced by famous performers including Eminem, Malay, and DJ Paul. The album includes singles such as American You, Best Friend, which features Eminem, and his latest hit, Till It's Gone. This alternative hip-hop album has a unique sound between rock and rap. Yellow Wolf has so much passion for his album and said he wanted to give listeners more of an experience. He also stated, "I'm telling the truth about a lot of these things," and relates the songs to his own life. Yellow Wolf ventured into rock and even a bit of country and can still keep his music rooted from rap. This album is great for any music lover. From The Beat, I'm Anna Tassi.
Thanks, Anna.
So, keeping up with the music train, Lil Wayne was in town a couple days ago, and I went to the concert, and it was a great time.
Wow, that's awesome. Like, at first I thought it was a joke because he was coming to Cruisin's in Peoria, and I was like,
know,
Cruisin's
right?
is such a small random bar in Peoria.
Crazy.
And I mean, I guess that's just how he's promoting his new album. He just wants it to be like a small bar venue.
Well, yeah, and he's getting really personal because he just broke up with his group, Cash Money, and now he's just trying to get back and connect with his old fans and whatnot. And with the concert, everyone thought it was going to be kind of like violent and like they thought it was going to attract a bad crowd. But I went, and it was really cool. It was really peaceful. It was chill and a good crowd. So
awesome.
But now let's go to Jalen and see who is our special guest this week on State of the Arts.
Good evening and welcome to State of the Arts. I'm Jalen Cook. Tonight we have one of Bradley's own to showcase, Justin Lindsay from Dunlap, Illinois. He most frequently plays in churches around the area, especially at St. Mark's Church. He hopes to continue playing in the future, and we're happy to have him here on Midstate tonight. Justin, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem, man. How are you doing tonight?
Doing well, you know.
It's good. What song are you going to share for us?
Chances by Five for Fighting.
Okay. Is it a personal favorite?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of grew up listening to my dad and my uncle play a lot of kind of acoustic 90s stuff, and this is one of the songs that kind of fits in that area. It's that era, and it has a lot of good memories associated with it, you know.
Awesome, man. I'm excited to hear it. So the stage is yours, so take it away when you're ready, all right?
Thanks, dude.
Chances are when said and done, who will be the lucky ones who make it all the way? Though you say I can be your answer, nothing lasts forever, no matter how it feels today. Chances are we'll find a new equation. Chances roll away from me, yeah. Still chances are all they hope to be. Don't get me wrong, I never say never, 'cause though love can change the weather, no act of God can pull me away from you. And I'm just a realistic man, a battlefield with shells and sand, afraid to look beyond what I could lose when it comes to you. And though I see us through, yeah, chances are we'll find two destinations. Chances roll away from me. Still chances are more than expectations, the possibilities over me. Eight to five, 2 to 1. Lay your money on the side. chances. The chances lost, our hopes turn pages. Maybe this time, chances are we'll be the combination. Chances won't escape from me, yeah. Still chances are only what we make them. Maybe this time, chances are the fascinations. Chances won't escape from me, yeah. The chances lost are only what we make them, and all I need.
All right, that was fantastic, Justin.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, man, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us for a bit, all right?
Yeah, anytime.
Awesome. Well, that'll be all for State of the Arts. Come back next week to see some more talent from the Peoria area. For State of the Arts, I'm Jalen Cook.
Thanks, Jalen. So that was a great piece. You definitely hit some notes there that I probably couldn't with my ridiculously deep voice.
So it's cool that he probably started playing guitar since he was very little. I used to play piano when I was younger. Did you play any instruments?
Nice. I actually played piano, and I have a guitar right now, but I don't know how to play it yet. I'm learning.
That's so
slowly but surely. It's
You
a
gotta
process.
learn. You can't just, I mean, I love the guitar. I wish I knew how to play guitar. I wish I had my own guitar. Then I'd teach myself how to play.
You know, once I graduate in a couple weeks,
Cheers.
I'll have more time on my hands to kind of learn how to play guitar and do a lot of the things that I've kind of wanted to get back into, since I've been in school. But well, everyone, that is all that we have for this week with Midstate Magazine. Once again, I'm your host, Ricky Hendon.
And I am Melody Mercado. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.